Fitzroy Football Club was born in 1884 at the local town hall. A founding member of the VFL, the Maroons won back-to-back flags in the new competition's second and third years and collected 6 more premierships, the last in 1944. The club, which became known as the Lions in 1957, also produced 6 Brownlow medalists, from the great Hayden Bunton in 1931 to Bernie Quinlan in 1981. Fitzroy had a proud and rich tradition. However, 1986 was the last chapter with a happy ending. Through the eyes of Bernie Quinlan, one of the club's all-time greats, this is a round-by-round look back at a year when Victoria Park was home and winning was the only way. David Parkin took the top job from Robert Walls, and although the Roy boys won just 7 games in '85, there was a great air of expectation around the club.
We certainly seem to be tailing off our performances in 1985, so the expectations, I suppose, when we still had a lot of good players at the club, were that with a new coach there'd be a fresh injection of, I suppose, endeavour and fervour and so forth, and that would take off again in 1986.
He may have been closing in on 35 years of age, but Quinlan was as keen as ever.
Yeah, I was only a youngster then, wasn't I, Mark? I was always going to play, yeah. There's no problems with or any thoughts of my retirement at that stage.
To the on-field action, and round 1 brought a trip down the Princess Highway to Cardinia Park.
From Lyon across to Tilley, who puts it forward, looking for Quinlan. Up high, Pert was there as well. McIver takes it, a snap towards goal. Bounces the right way, it's first goal for Fitzroy. 1-1, 7 points, Geelong yet to score. Comes back, Mitchell takes it away, gets the hand pass to Christensen. Well tackled, picked up now by Cooper. Cooper's kick up towards half forward, Osborne up high, couldn't take the mark. Well picked up by Lyon, across to Turner. Turner looking for Quinlan, it's Quinlan and Cleve. Quinlan taps the ball on, excellent play as Harris comes in, kicks off the ground by Osborne. Quinlan's there, into the open goal, and his second goal on the board. Excellent team play by Fitzroy. He's not doing anything at all, but I think it's caught around the flag, around the pole, so that might not be a guide. McIver, the hand pass to Turner. Turner almost threw it on to Harris. Chance of a score coming up, but Harris goes for the short pass instead. Lyon takes it, runs into the open goal, and there's the 4th one for Fitzroy.
Thornton's kick back into play, and Fitzroy out of trouble once again. Through Reeves, up towards centre wing. Oh, Osborne's got the chance at the back. He can bounce his way across the half-forward line with 2, draw the player and shoot towards goal. Low trajectory kick, looks pretty good, and he's goal.
35 metres out from the Fitzroy goal. No clear tap, comes back to Flanagan, the hand pass not taken by Buse. Barwick's short kick picked up by McIver, snap towards goal from McIver's full points. Excellent play by the ex-Banana lander. Flanagan dominating the ruck work, but it's taken by Pert. A lovely kick from Gary Pert towards centre half forward. Quinlan from behind, it's a great mark to Bernie Quinlan. Jackson up, it's punched away, Lindner takes it. In the back could have been the decision, but it's called play on. Reeves picks the ball up, hand passes to Roos, out to McIver. McIver has time to steady with the bounce, then drives it forward where Barwick's on his own, gets a favourable bounce, then has time, have the bounce, puts it forward to Quinlan, it's punched away, picked up by Harris. Thought about the hand pass, easily runs around his opponent and dribbles it through for full points.
Barwick across to McIver, still with that player. Now he goes over the top to Ross Thornton in the centre. Good shepherding, sees Thornton clear. Spears one up towards Osborne at half forward. Upper fraction early. Here's Harris at the back with explosive pace. He's got Quinlan in the square. Turner just need only push it towards him, but no, he's going to have a shot himself. And I think he's kicked it.
From the half-back flank, Turner towards the wing. Darcy taps it on. Knocked on likewise by Hinchin. Osborne got the hand pass in. Pert coming through for Fitzroy. Has time to steady. Goes for the short pass. A well-placed kick straight onto the chest of Bernie Quinlan. Shocking kick. Turner takes it. The hand pass towards Gale. He leaves it for Bernie Harris. A left foot kick towards goal by Bernie Harris, and there's no mistake there.
Rendell's out there, Pete. He must be down the back pocket. He's in the pocket for sure, yeah. Doing battle with Purser. As I said, got that very big bandage on his knee. Quinlan tries to spin out against his old club. Oh, what a great goal from Superboot. He's brought up the first score of the match.
Not much method in Fitzroy's attack down there at all. There's booting anywhere they want to put, at any time.
Yes, a bit like a good tackle on Baxter by Barwick, holding the ball with the decision. The advantage rule played. Thornton takes advantage of it. Thornton straight down the ground, and that's the best way to go today. A mark and or free kick, whatever you like. And it will be taken by Harris. That's Bernie Harris. He decides to, or has to play on now. He's got the hand pass out. It's picked up by McIver at the point of the square. McIver looking for Quinlan, what a mark! Oh,
Where did he get the extra pace from at that age, I don't know.
Oh, the old bloke does it well.
Beautiful play on the part of the old Superboot. A magnificent bit of pace, Peter. Look at him go.
He's starring today. He's had a hand in there. 3 goals. He kicked one himself. And Bernie Quinlan can make it 2 from the forward pocket. He's about 30 metres out. Guides that one through. I think it looks pretty good from here. 2 goals to Quinlan. Knocked down to McIver. Picked up by Thornton. Thornton trying to find Quinlan. Kennedy doing it well. Here's a chance for Conlon. He's got great speed. Good shepherd Quinlan. Conlon shoots at goal and just put it through for a goal. Their first one since the 19.5-minute mark of the first quarter, and it came up at the 24.5-minute mark of the third term.
Ford got one hand with McIver, just about Fitzroy's best players. It comes out now to Brown. He drops it short. It'll be a mark to Conlon. A quick hand pass to Bernie Harris. Over it goes to Quinlan, and he'll put that through. So it's brought him back into the game. That's their first goal that end for the match. A point the difference. Anybody's game as we wait now for Hardy to bring the ball back into play for Fitzroy. Bernie Quinlan's got it's a bad kick. And old Superboot's well within kicking distance for Superboot at any rate. He'd be about 45 metres out from goal on a slight angle.
But against the breeze, Lou.
Yes, against the breeze. I wonder if he'll kick the old torpedo punt or go for the modern drop punt kick here. There he comes, and let's look at it go through. It's just a wobbly old punt kick, but it comes around beautifully for a goal, and Fitzroy in front.
It became obvious very early that Gary Pert and Paul Roos were the central figures of Fitzroy's season.
And Gary Pert was a champion fullback, and at times he did play on the half-forward line. And, you know, he acquitted himself very well when he did play on the half-forward line. A great kick, magnificent mark, and just a mean defender. He was terrific for us in those days. We probably had 2 of the best defenders in the competition, with Paul Roos playing at centre-half back. And as we've seen from Paul Roos this year playing at Sydney, he's really shown what he can do. Now, he has been a great player, and it was the right move for him to make when he did leave Fitzroy, I feel, because getting towards the end of his career, he really did need to probably just get another challenge that he could really meet head on, and he's shown that he is a great player this year at Sydney. Yeah, we're travelling pretty well at that stage, and as I say, I suppose we're playing at the top of our confidence. When you get a good start any year, I mean, it's great to get those wins on the board early in the season. So a few years earlier, we had kicked the record score against Melbourne in 1979. So I think we always look forward to meeting Melbourne. We had a pretty good record against them.
Leon Harris, a left half-back flank. Turner standing on the mark. Harris not wasting any time though. Fires out the hand pass, and Fitzroy go forward. As the ball is driven up towards Bernie Quinlan, marking over the top of Hughes.
That was a great mark by Quinlan. Positioned himself beautifully to take that mark in front of Danny Hughes, and he's a pretty rugged customer, so I should imagine Quinlan will be in for some curry today.
He could just about kick this, Bernie Quinlan, old Superboot himself. He's got the distance. I'll wait on the accuracy. First goal to Fitzroy.
A hand pass coming out to Big Tilly. Now he's got to bend down and pick this up. He's out, but it's a fresh air shot picked up by Keane. Keane's kick is over the half. There's a great mark to Rendell. And the Fitzroy skipper's got it about, let me see, no more than about 35 metres out from goal directly in front.
Rendell playing in the forward pocket so far. Tilly's done all the ruck work.
Now that thigh very heavily bandaged, as you can see the right thigh, as he comes in for the kick for their third goal. And that's a nice kick. It's a goal. So Fitzroy now taking the lead, runs into a bit of trouble but gets out. A good pass to Leon Harris. Another hand pass coming over, and we see the ball picked up by Thornton again. A long hand pass back there towards Rendell. He couldn't bend. Bernie Quinlan grabs it. A hand pass comes out now to McIver. A hurried kick, and Osborne's got it right in front, only about 20 metres out. Well, that was a bit of scrambly play, but still Fitzroy coming off the best, or the better. 29 plays 33 in favour of Fitzroy, in favour of Melbourne, but now Fitzroy are back in front. Oh, there's a great mark. It should be paid to Blakey, but he's got time to recover. Take that ball on the wing position. He'll go for a hand pass to McIver. He's in trouble. Back it goes again to Pert. Out there at half-forward, a long kick up there to Bernie Quinlan and his mob. There's Quinlan with one hand to it. Couldn't pick it up. Picked up by Knight. A snap at goal. He might have got this one or it hit the post.
No goal.
It's a goal.
Fitzroy lead by a point. Sevens big league. 26.5 minutes into the second quarter. Great game of football here at the Park. Lyon goes for the hand pass. Picked up by Robbie Flower in front of Turner. Flower's kick trying to find Reynolds. Outmarked though on this occasion by Blakey. Blakey at centre half back. Goes straight down the ground. Up to the centre circle area. McIver. Fine grab in front of Peter Moore. He's got on top of Stretch now. Picked up by Big Rendell, going for a short pass straight down the field. Bernie Quinlan.
Playing a super game, Bernie Quinlan. Sensational game.
If he can kick straight. Now, Bernie Quinlan has had 11 kicks, and he's kicked 1 goal 6, which is unbelievable for him. I reckon he'll kick this one. Let's see how he goes. Hasn't let me down. 2 goals 6 for Bernie Quinlan, and Fitzroy increased their lead.
Punched away by Stretch, grabbed by Pekin. A short pass out wide, it'll be okay, and the ball marked here by Bernie Harris. And Harris has got it out there at half-forward. He goes for a short pass, looking for Osborne. He doesn't let him down. And he takes the mark right on the boundary line. Just about put his head through the wire fence then too. Takes a bit of getting out when he gets jammed in those holes. He's had 10 kicks.
Your head would never fit through.
And of course it wouldn't. And 3 hand passes. Hasn't been a bad play, but we've seen him play a lot better than he has today. But you let this guy loose for about 5 minutes, he cuts a side to pieces. There's the kick on its way, and that's not a bad sort of a shot. It'll be a goal. What a great shot by Hawthorn.
Did he play on? Oh, that was an interesting decision too. Ball scooped out from the left half-forward flank again. It's picked up by McIver. He seems to be everywhere, this fellow. And a beautiful pass goes to Conlon. He decides to play on. Shoots at goal. That looks pretty good. And the goal on pass is 4 points.
It'll go to Rendell. Probably someone stood on his foot. Short kick, not a bad pass without any boots on it. A good mark taken here by Brown out there at half-forward. Fitzroy, 10 points in front. And we're just on the 26-minute mark. About 2 or 3 minutes to go before the game. That's Bernie Quinlan flying. Couldn't hold the mark. Regalo couldn't pick it up. It's going for the boundary line. I think Bow. No, he hasn't taken it out. This could be a goal. Let's see the result. That's the clinch. If it is, it is.
Once you get those early wins on the board, the ball starts rolling. Everyone's got their confidence. Their confidence is sky high. Everyone's feeling terrific about themselves, and you really want to be out there and playing football.
After its best start since 1951, Fitzroy's dream run ended in round 4. Carlton finding 13 goal kickers in an 81-point demolition of the Roys.
Harris, probably Fitzroy's best player.
Easily, Peter. Easily the best player.
They haven't had too many. Mickey Conlon, short pass to Quinlan, a goal number 3. Into the goal square to Big Tilly, and Tilly doesn't mess around with that one. And puts it through for, well, can we say a badly needed one for Fitzroy?
One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you.
It was back to the winners list 7 days later, when Matt Rendell led the Lions to a 14-point victory over Hawthorn.
But not getting goals. Ball tapped back again. Going after McIver. He's been in everything since the start of the game. But Leon Harris back to Osborne. He's grabbed, well tackled that time by Deere. Over it goes to Perth. That could be their first goal. It is.
Oh, about time.
Pushed out by Byrne, grabbed by Mew. The ball kicked back out wide to Judge. It bounces okay, but he runs into trouble there. Couldn't get the ball back. It goes to Hinch, and a bad hand pass. Over to Rendell again. He fires at goal, and he's put it through for 1. So they move to 8 goals, 21.
Offloaded by Osborne. Over the top was Gary Pert. Picked up by Hinchin. Or was it the other Osborne? Richard Osborne. Now Harris got a chance for a goal here. Now he's given it to Quinlan. Bernie's first. Couldn't miss from there. 2 metres out. And a badly needed one for Fitzroy with the breeze. Ball in the meantime back to the centre wing position where Pert takes possession. I tell you what, he'd be just about their best, wouldn't he, surely?
I think he's played a great game.
This is Rowe at the right half forward line. Hawthorn looking uninterested in proceedings at the moment. Rowe has a shot at goal. That's another one. Put down your glasses. The Lions are home and hose in this one. 11:23, 89 to 6:9, 45. I don't think they could do that, but still, full credit to them. They've fought back from a deficit of 50 points when they looked, as you said, in a hopeless place at the final change. Lou Harris, could have been a free kick there for holding the man. He's still got clear shoots. That's it. That's the ball game, folks. Harris putting through his second goal of the day, and that will sew it up for Fitzroy, 13-26 to 13-12.
From the middle, the opportunity for McIver to swing Fitzroy into attack, down towards Quinlan. How's the bounce? Not good for him, but it's right for Gary Pert into the open goal. He steadies and scores a level. So Pert and Fitzroy, the lightning reply. Osborne trying to fly from behind. He recovers well, picks it up now, gets solidly met. Tried to get the handball out, couldn't do so, and eventually trying to sneak away was Brendan Bower. Bernie Harris now towards full forward. The bounce could favour Quinlan. He can just soccer it through. A dream bounce for Mr. Quinlan.
The hand pass comes there from Walsh to Landy. A long kick from Landy. Roberts was in the front position. It's punched away. Taken by Leon Harris. Across to Graham Osborne. Osborne now steadies. Looks for his brother Richard. Pools there, but Richard Osborne takes the mark. And normally an excellent kick for goal. He's only 35 metres out, about a 45-degree angle. Should have no trouble at all with the distance. And if he kicks as he normally does, the accuracy as well.
Looking for his first. Kicking right into the Richmond cheer squad. The right foot drop punt on its way. And the goal umpire says no problem.
Bounce to take place. Forward pocket for Fitzroy. On the bounce. Jess was up high, but nobody could take it until Quinlan picks it up. Snaps towards goal. He's from the check side, and it's through for 1 goal. Quinlan against Jess. Quinlan grabs it from the ruck. The left foot snap from Quinlan. Great goal, Bernie Quinlan.
Bomber James, but first to it, Michael Reeves. Good support, Paul Roos. Stabs one in towards McIver at centre wing, and he takes it. The talented youngsters for Fitzroy. McIver's kick brought over the top, and he is a sensational player. Gary Pert. Jimmy will have a second thump, but straight to Leon Harris. In trouble, looks for Gary Pert. Goes further away to Grant Laurie. Swings it back in towards half forward. Great mark, Douglas Bowen. Phil Egan is okay up again. So Douglas trying with a drop punt, and Bernie Quinlan just walks away applauding, saying thank you very much, Douglas.
Has the lead from Poole. He doesn't let him down. He's able to come on. He's got the lead from Burton, but swings it back towards Manton in the centre. And a great mark by Paul Roos coming across from the side into the front position. And Roos, as usual, has been an excellent player. Leon Harris with a hand pass to Barwick. Barwick puts it down, looking for Quinlan. Jess up high, thumps it away, but it goes to the opposition. Roos picks it up, stabs it to goal, and it's 11-point lead held by Fitzroy as Paul Roos continued on down the ground.
Scores level at the end of this game. Who knows? Barwick sending Fitzroy forward as he scoots away up towards centre half forward. No mark taken. Waiting down at the back was Osborne. Gives it across to Mickey Conlon. Mick, you can cover yourself in glory. He fires towards goal and puts it through.
One thing that really sticks in my mind, the ball was in the forward pocket, and both Richard Osborne and I were playing on the forward line, and it was in dispute. The ball was in dispute, and it sort of bounced up in the air. I remember Richard Osborne and myself crashed into each other trying to grab the ball and kick that winning goal or the point to draw the game, and I think I grabbed the ball and kicked it out of bounds. So, you know, it could have been easily a win for us, or at least a drawn game, but I mean that remains vividly in my mind.
They made hard work of it, but the Lions moved 2 games clear inside the 5 by beating the bottom of the ladder St Kilda at home.
Quinlan, and the dashing Quinlan strides through the centre. That familiar one bounce, straightens up and goes for the long one down to goals. What's he done? He's put it through. Great goal, Mickey Quinlan.
That game that was there, that we were doing everything we wanted to do in the first half and doing it quite easily. And all of a sudden, they got a bit of a sniff and away they went. As can quite easily happen. And they just ran over us in that last quarter. Matty Rendell was playing forward pocket, and Keith Gregg was playing in the back pocket. It was towards the end of his career, and Matty was doing terrifically well. He was killing Keith Gregg because he had such a height advantage over him. And it happened that I was on a lead, and Keith Gregg sort of drifted across in front of me and took the mark, and I was on the lead and just happened to keep going and clean him up, and I think he dislocated his shoulder. And so they brought this other bloke on to Matty Rendell, and he was a bigger guy when Keith Gregg went off, and Matty didn't get a kick after that, so my running through Keith Gregg I don't think did the team any favours.
Fitzroy, here's Graham Osborne, the centre wing to Richard Osborne, sneaking away from John Law. A long handball, Tim Pekin, another one finds Barwick. Barwick hooking it up towards Rendell, the forward line couldn't take it. Quinlan reads it beautifully, takes the crumbs and has goal.
You put it right up towards the square. McDonald in the front position. Roos got rid of him and takes the mark. Paul Roos plays on. Graham Osborne, the player he's looking for, finds him. The hand pass comes over the top to Blakey. Blakey doing likewise, finds Grant Laurie. Laurie coming up towards centre wing. Looks for Richard Osborne at half forward and he takes the mark. Plays on immediately. The hand pass towards Bill Loken. Loken hooks it back, looking for Quinlan. Quinlan and McCann. McCann up high, punches the ball away. McIver comes through. A hand pass towards Quinlan. Quinlan's kick. It's a great goal to Michael Quinlan. And Michael Quinlan brings up his second goal. One that was badly needed by Fitzroy.
Because they'd won in 84 and 85, and they were expected again to win in 1986. They were just a machine. They kept going. People were wondering how they would ever be beaten or knocked over for another premiership because they were so good in 84 and 85. But maybe they just got a little bit lax with their attitude in that year in 1986, and probably expected it all to happen, as we've seen happen so often on many other occasions. But we had some great duels with Essendon in that time.
See Jamie Cooper in the way and he clears for Fitzroy.
Good play by Cooper over to Richard Osborne at centre half forward, out wide. Roos again. Roos out there on the wing position, goes for a pass. It's a good one, marked there by Rendell. Rendell about 60 metres out, goes for a pass, and the ball is marked here by Keane. Now Keane's well within kicking distance, about 35 metres out from goal. He's on a 45-degree angle and could easily kick this one. No goal scored by either side as yet. There it is on its way. We'll wait on the result. And that's the goal, the first one. Good luck to Keane. 1 goal, 8 points. Fitzroy to Essendon yet to score a goal, 1 point only.
Won by Madden, picked up by Clayton. Clayton puts Fitzroy into attack, and they haven't done much of that of late. And the mark taken at half forward by Wind. He's certainly come out as a real trier today. They need somebody. Quinlan, no, it's Osborne leading out, and Osborne takes the mark and would be within kicking distance, and Fitzroy badly need one at the moment. Not too much in it, but a low-scoring game, and Essendon's lead looking rather handsome, even though it is just over a couple of goals. Osborne from about 30 metres out, 30 to 35 metres, on a slight angle. The crowd behind the goal like it. The goal umpire says 4 points.
That could be nearly in the back. I reckon it was. It'll go to Roos. I think I like these umpires. It comes out now to Hurd, overruns the ball. Knight gets a hurried kick off the side of his boot. Off the top of the pack again. Little Wind's got a chance to score. And what's he done? He's pulled through. Good play from the ex-bomber. And there's only a point the difference again. So that's a good comeback by Fitzroy. 3 goals, 2-20 to Essendon. 3 goals, 3-21. His kick is up there towards the centre of the ground. He was up-ended after he kicked the ball. The umpire will play a free kick. He's called player now as Barwick breaks clear. a chance now for Fitzroy's Carlton to make scores. Level he has. So it's a dead set ball game here now. Scores dead level. 4 goals for 28 points apiece. Running on the decision, or the kick I should say. Let's see it, it's on its way. That's a high kick. By golly, it is a long kick. It could be a mark there to Kane. I think he's got it.
He was moved down to the full forward or forward pocket area after he was injured.
And Quinlan's gone off the ground, as we mentioned before, so scores will be dead level. And this
I've had a lot of Achilles problems during the big pre-season under David Parkin. And I was as fit as a fiddle in the pre-season, but from round 3 onwards, I started to get a lot of Achilles problems, and I came off, and I think Dickie Osmond went to full forward that day, but I remember it well because I was sitting on the bench for most of the game.
Fine mark taken by McGrath.
And McGrath's played a fair game today, Pete.
He has, McGrath. Oh yes, that's a fine grab. That's Keane. He's a long kick, this fellow, as we watched that in replay. Too tall down there for Hamilton. Had the set. He kicked the first goal of the match. Well within kicking distance for him. That looks pretty good. It's a goal, and so once again scores level at Victoria Park. Well shepherded. Clayton, Barwick. On it goes to Laurie. Long, down towards full forward. Almost a mark to McGrath. Thompson right there with him. Shoots out the hand pass. Taken away by McIver into the goal square. Wind, does it bounce kindly for him? Quinlan off the ground, goal! +1 mark.
Not too many hand passes.
1 point the difference. A real thriller now. Neither Rendell nor Madden can get a tap at the ball. Little Knight again, and he's played well. Knight, long kick up the full forward. Thompson can't gather it in. Assistance from Foles. Wind, caught. Out it comes to Grant Laurie. A snapshot in the goal. Osborne hasn't done much today, but this time Fitzroy are in front. And Osborne combining well. It's his second goal. 11-6 to 10-7. 72 to 67.
17 points the difference, and the line's looking good. There's a crash up there now as we see the ball. Phillips comes out now. The ball kicked wide. And they're going back into attack through Barwick. Over it goes now to Quinlan. A hand pass comes back as a charge from the goal. McGrath balks over to the man of the match. There he fires again. Richard Osborne, another one. 23 points. Is he killing him down there?
Harris, Barwick again. Long hand pass into Laurie. Laurie onto the left foot in a snapshot. Oh, 2 Essendon players collide. Osborne! Oh, he's done it again. It's a goal. Richard Osborne having the most purple of patches. 15-7 to 10-7. Fitzroy by 5.
With Quinlan out, Richard Osborne moved in as Fitzroy's focal point against Sydney.
Yeah, it was the start of the handing over the mantle because I did miss 8 games in 1986, and it was Aussie's chance to show what he could do at full forward. I think he ended up kicking about 62 for the season. I ended up kicking 52. But, you know, he's obviously, he was very talented and he could kick goals from anywhere, Aussie. He was a great kick and a very good lead and a terrific mark on the lead. So we had the ideal replacement for myself, and I ultimately retired at the end of 86.
Thought he should have got the other one before, but anyway, that's history now. McGrath down towards Osborne. Great grab.
Should have been a free kick to Tui.
I reckon it should have been.
The rule says 5 metres. You can't do that.
That's right.
Try telling it to Tui right now.
That's right. Fair to get nudge that time.
Not seen by the umpire. Now he's about the same distance that Leon Harris was out, so let's see what he does. That's another one, it looks like. He's put that through, so there's only a couple in it. Osborne's 4th goal.
There's a bit of messing about to Rendell, back to McIver. They're further back than they were when he started. Ball picked up by Peake. It spins out of the pack beautifully over to Cooper. But back it comes down to Turner. Turner sidesteps a couple of a long hand pass over to Leon Harris. A hand pass should be going for the goals. Now Blake is going to have a butt shot. We'll wait on the result. That's a goal. But I think the horses bolted now, Bobs. You can't close the gate.
Walk all over you.
The The Lions hit the halfway mark of the season with a disappointing display against the Pies.
Points the difference in favour of Collingwood. Williams putting through his first goal. Chance for Quinlan, breaks the tackle well from centre field. Mickey Quinlan up towards Fitzroy, centre half forward position. Pert's there. Gets the ball to the ground. Abernathy in the road. Chance for Phillips, playing well in the first quarter. Socket away again by Quinlan. Up it goes to his mate Barwick. Barwick has a shot at goal. That looks pretty good. Goal!
Collingwood 20 points to Fitzroy 6. Oh, there's a strong mark. And that was taken by McGrath.
He's a good player this year.
Well, the last time we were here and they played against, I think it was Essendon, he played a magnificent game at centre half forward. Back it goes again. Gaffer in front. Both he and tap back again as a go for Osborne. Now he's kicked it off the ground. He's got one. Well, that's one blemish against Gaffer. Over it goes to Barwick. A quick hand pass. Over it goes to Knight. Back to McGrath. A long shot at goal. And he's on target. It's a goal.
Well, they'll have to rattle the tins a bit harder, it would appear, for Fitzroy. In front is Banks again. Roos knocks that one clear. Harris fires out the hand pass. It's picked up by Laurie rather. Gaffer and Osborne. Osborne playing in front this time from his shadow. Takes the mark right on the 40-metre line. Scoreboard in the background doesn't look too good from a Fitzroy point of view. Osborne decides to get the ball moving quickly. A long shot at goal from 40 metres out is going close. It's a goal, says the goal umpire.
Carlton, but coming in to meet it now is Knight, but Morwood's still there. They overrun the ball. Lots of fortune for Collingwood. Morwood picks it up, but Abernathy couldn't grab it. Tapped on by Harris. Knocked on again by Pert after he missed it. Back to McGrath. A hand pass coming back to Quinlan. The tank lets fly at the goals. And I think he might be successful. He's got it through for a goal. They badly need it.
Now outside the 5 with 6 wins and a poor percentage. Season 86 could go either way.
After such a good start that we had, it was probably disappointing to be in that position with a very low percentage, but we probably did let our chances slip a little bit in 86 because, as I say, we did win those first 3 games and won them well, and to be probably 6 and 5 at the halfway mark after being 3-0 after 3 games is a very disappointing result to be there at that stage.
To Scott McIver. So McIver across the half forward line. He's about 60 metres out from goal. The lead from Quinlan, but ignored that the first time, and then when Quinlan went the other way and led again, that pass, a real grass cutter, and Quinlan showing that age, if you're a great athlete, doesn't really matter.
I thought that just about hurt Bernie. Oh no, we've got to get up after this. Let's see what he can do. He's a great player. Drop punt. He's missing the He hasn't missed that one. The Lions are on the board. Then gets the kick to half forward. Paul Roos under no pressure takes the ball. It's another of the great. There are the 2 boys. 2 great players. Pert and Roos. Out wide to Birthday Cooper. Quickly on. McIver, Clayton. The kick, oh, it's a good one too. McGrath takes it at half forward. And suddenly Fitzroy are starting to get their game into motion. The passionate pleas in past weeks from people from all walks of life to keep the club afloat. But this time of the week, Saturday afternoon, it comes back to the players. McGrath's kick straight through the middle.
Clayton across to Quinlan. A long kick from Quinlan. Quinlan, Osborne at the back, should have stayed down. Quinlan was up, but it comes out to Osborne. It's taken off him by Mitchell. Kicked off the ground by Richard Osborne. 4 points off the ground for his first goal. From the bounce, Mossop gets the tap. Geelong penalised as Morgan couldn't get the ball clear, and so Matt Rendell, a good tackle by Rendell, swings the ball in towards the centre, hoping for McGrath. Over the back it comes. Barwick taps the ball forward, gets a favourable bounce and breaks through the tackle from centre half forward. Barwick goes down towards the square, and the mark taken right in the square, only 5 metres out, directly in the middle of the goal square, and that is Richard Osborne, who I'm sure will bring up his second goal. Kick from Richard Osborne. There's no doubt about that. The goal umpire did not move, and Richard Osborne kicks his second. What about going short? Now it does go short. Oh. And Carey, I think, took it, lost it. It's picked up by Richard Osborne. A snap towards goal. And that is a ripper. Well, there's the folly of short passes from fullback. 3 goals for the quarter to Richard Osborne. Steve Carey did a great job in the first term, but dropped it at the wrong time just then. And a lovely goal to Richard Osborne.
Fitzroy out of trouble. They're clear. The long kick from Jamie Cooper to the half-forward line. Osborne takes the mark. They're looking dangerous again as Knight runs down. He's going to ignore him. He'll go long. Quinlan and Malarkey vying. Quinlan breaks clear into the pocket and he takes the mark. Bernie has kicked 2. Let's see what he can do with this one. Tucked on the boundary line. Might need a check side. But no, favours a drop punt. What a lovely kick. What a beautiful kick.
An excellent player today. Mossop gets the tap that time though. Clayton's short kick, knocked back by Mossop. Clayton Hell were not in possession of the ball, and Scott Clayton comes out with the free kick. Handballs immediately to Grant Laurie. Laurie goes forward and finds Scott McIver. McIver with a long hand pass to Rendell, who taps it on to Knight. Knight goes goal. Well, it's a nice looking kick, and Quinlan lets it go through, and Knight brings up his second goal.
From the back pocket. Had a horror day last week. Osborne gives it clear to Cooper. Forward they go through Harris. Quinlan again the target, thump down. Oh, here's a chance for Billy, but he's called the advantage and Billy will go. Logan does, straight over the Sherrin stand, and he kissed that football goodnight. Now Harris, oh, they're combining nicely. Harris will go long and direct. Quinlan sets himself, and it takes a beauty. Played Bernie. You could see he had his name written on that one. He had the ride, saw it coming, and it was lovely disposal. So the old chap will have a shot.
I don't think he'd appreciate that expression.
Oh, he doesn't mind. He was going to be a chook farmer, you know. He's kicked 3. You can make that 4. Well done, Bernie Quinlan.